Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hi, I'm back again. Just a few minutes to go and make a cup of tea or pour a wine, and more music. I love it. Love it. More music, the better. We want to know who you've been listening to over the weekend, what you've been watching live, and yeah, who's in your playlist today? I want to know. I like all these new songs being thrown at me. We've got Sandee waiting for us in the room down below, so we're going to welcome her into the room. Hi.
Hey, hi, Danni.
Thank you for coming again.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I love having people on the show. It's so much fun. But it's been a while, and things have changed for you. Things have changed for me. What have you been doing for the last little bit?
Yeah, well, through the winter, I've been trying to stay warm because it's freezing here in Melbourne, and just been busy co-writing, and lots of great stuff coming down the track, and I've been catching some live music, which is really great, and it's been awesome. And then I was telling you, took a trip to Tamworth, so that was a first timer for me.
It's a special festival, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is. Yeah, definitely. I went as a fan first and foremost, and then I did some shows while I was there as well. So it was super fun.
Did it? It's very hard. I find Tamworth to explain to a person that hasn't been before what it's about and what it's like. Did anybody explain to you how it feels being in Tamworth before? Did you have a clue of what you're walking into?
No, Tamworth ended up being a lot bigger than I had anticipated as far as like geographically speaking. Yeah. It's just a big city, right? And so I thought, like my background of 25 plus years has been small towns in Queensland and stuff like that. So I just wasn't quite sure what I was walking into. So just to kind of manage my expectations, I actually showed up. I rocked up to the Paradise Caravan Park 2 days ahead of time, so I could get the lay of the land and catch some early music, and it was really super fun. I went with another singer-songwriter, songbird named Michelle Gardner, and we had a blast. We had such a good time.
Look, Tamworth, it's one of the most amazing times. Kaz has said hello to Danni and my mate Sandee. Kaz, how have you been? What are you listening to at the moment, Kaz? Who's in your playlist? Every time I get to Tamworth, there's just this magical feeling, and you think 10 days, that's a long time, but it's not. It goes so quick.
Yeah, it was a little bit shorter. Sorry,
it was a week. This one was down to a week this time. And Kerry is in the room. She's saying hello.
Oh, hello, Kerry.
There's lots of people popping in.
Kaz was at Tamworth, and I saw her at a couple of shows, and then it was really wonderful to she's such an amazing supporter of all country music and independent artists, and to see her out in the audience was amazing.
Yeah, isn't it lovely? It's such a beautiful industry here in Australia, or anywhere in the world. We have the supporters are so wonderful, but they support all of us, whether you're part of the industry and you're doing this sort of thing, or radio, or whether you're an artist and performing and releasing music. We are a family that we all know each other. And then when you get to these festivals, you actually think, oh, I haven't met this person in person, but I feel like I know them because we're always doing things musically and see each other's names in the comments, and it's beautiful. I think we're
and it's just a group of like-minded people who want to share what they love, and it's just amazing. So I was just buzzing when I left. I had such a great time. I really literally I couldn't find one thing to say I could complain about, because I didn't have, yes, they are, Carrie, they are the best. Woo! Because my hair didn't go like in January. I'm sure if you see me up there in January, my hair will be like that.
Yep, that is 100%. I can tell you now, I get a big frizz bowl. Yes,
that's why I don't live in Queensland.
That's a reason that makes sense. And as Kaz said, we are family. I agree. I think, 100%. It's hard to explain the feeling. And then Tamworth, did you get the Tamworth blues when you went home?
Yeah, I did actually. It was just like I said, being around people who love what they do, and you love what you do, and you're meeting wonderful people, and you're having conversations about, other people might not understand it, but we understand it because it's just part of, what we know. And
it's everyday life for us, isn't it? It's everyday life.
Yeah.
You can't explain that to a person that's not musical. And I don't know. It's funny because you run on nothing because you don't sleep much. It's too busy. You've got for you guys, you're performing so many shows and then trying to catch so many shows and catch up with people. If you were to do that sort of thing in a normal everyday, there's no way we could do it for 10 days. But we can in Tamworth.
and running around with your cowboy boots on. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. in the heat. Yeah. Wait till it's really hot and you've got your boots on and
I'm going to go to that movie with you.
Yeah, we'll go to the movies for a bit of air conditioning. Exactly, and sleep. Oh dear. And Kaz said it's hard to describe Tamworth. Exactly. I try, and I just.
This is something for everyone, right?
Yeah, it is 100%. There's something for everyone. You're on TikTok.
Oh, was I? Okay, yep.
You're on TikTok. I do not understand TikTok. It's one of those.
Yeah, you can post little clips of music, and I think I might have posted a clip of maybe Fan Zone or a show with Dan Henwood. Do you know Dan?
Yes. Yeah.
He's amazing.
Oh, lovely. So,
and he had some of his gear stolen recently, Danni.
Yes, I saw that. He got it back because I haven't seen anything more on there since.
I don't know. I called him the other day and we missed each other. But I'm not sure if he got it back or not. But isn't that terrible to have someone?
I don't understand it because you've got to be able to live with yourself. And how can anyone do that to somebody and live with themselves? It's just not. I do not understand that level of dropping to that level. I just don't get it.
Of anything, right? So like your instruments are like, a part of, like your arm, your body. And
and they're not going to, they're the sort of thing that if they try and sell them, people are going to know whose that belongs to.
Yeah.
So what do you steal it for? For what reason? You can't get on stage and use it because someone's going to recognize it. So for what purpose do you steal something like that? It's just almost just to take something.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yes. But I do not understand that side of people at all.
Yeah. Well, he's a wonderful musician, guitarist, songwriter, and I enjoyed spending a lot of time with him and his family. I have to give a shout out to his mom and dad because getting around Tamworth, like I was mentioning, from Fan Zone out to Golden Guitar Stage and all of that sort of thing, to someone who's never been before, and it can create a bit of anxiety if you don't, if you don't know your way around. So that worked out all right for me.
Oh, lovely! And that's the beautiful thing. A couple of years ago, because I haven't been to Tamworth throughout COVID. 2020 was obviously the last one I could get to. We were locked in still down here, but I landed and my bag was missing. It didn't land with me. And I had, you probably know Gail O'Neill, Gail and Dave.
Yes.
They're the most beautiful people. And they picked me up from the airport and they took me. We were waiting for ages.
Was she in her camper?
Sorry?
Was she in her camper when she picked you up?
Yes, they're beautiful camper. And they were so wonderful. It took forever. We were waiting and the bag didn't get off. And then we went to the counter and they were at lunch and that took forever. And that was so wonderful. And in the end, they said, look, we'll take you to Kmart and let's get you some clothes just so you've got to change because it's so hot. You need to change the clothes because you're going to sweat through it. And my recording equipment, all my show stuff in the bag that was missing.
Oh, damn.
So I had to purchase all this stuff, and it was a headache. But everybody, I had so many people go, can I give you a hand? You know, it was the most beautiful thing, because everybody there just throws their hands out to help you, and you think, this is a family. It really is.
Oh, that's amazing. And I'll tell you, that is a short transfer in that Sydney airport.
Yeah, and
You don't
I
have a lot
don't
of
think
time,
I have
right?
time.
People usually run to the little prop plane.
I know. Don't say anything. My mum's coming to Tamworth in January, because I've realised I can't do it alone. I have too many bags now. I can't move them by myself. How am I going to do it? So she's coming, and I haven't told her that she's frightened of those propeller planes.
Oh, okay. Won't say it.
When we're in Sydney and getting on it, it'll be too late. She'll be on it before she's realised.
Never put the noise cancelling earphones on it.
It's not as bad as the plane here that goes to Flinders or King Island. It's a tiny little plane, and the pilot gets his hanky out and he's wiping the windscreen to get all the fog out, and you're sitting on that. I've seen that, and I'm like, oh, that's stiff. That's hard. I think I'll get a boat. Greta Zilla had, I remember that. That was a little while ago. She had her guitar stolen. There's been a few. And what's this one? A lot of us lost our gear this time. Yeah, on the planes, and that's what I'm a little bit worried about.
Kez, I remember she lost hers this last time too.
Yes, so many did. And it's almost like a daily thing. So the plane, I've landed here and my bag's there, so it's just at the moment it's a daily thing.
Yeah.
We haven't had you. We haven't had you for Overdrive. We haven't had you for a while. How exciting! And what a fun! It's just got a great vibe to this song.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it kind of chugs right along. Another song I co-wrote with very dear friend of mine. We've been friends for about a decade. He's originally from Sale, Victoria. His name's Michael Saletta, and we were actually children's music presenters together for years and years and years. And I think, actually, as a side note, one of the Duddy Road sisters, or maybe both, were also children's music presenters as well. So we come from pretty fun stock. And now he lives with his wife in Nashville. So he still comes back and forth, but yeah, he's a full-time songwriter, and we wrote Overdrive. It's been a while now, maybe about a year ago or so. I've got some songs in the pipeline. So I think that's what happened with COVID, is you had an option to sit at home and watch Netflix, which I did a bit of that too, but I did a lot of songwriting. And
that's so good that you got to use that time, because how often do we get time like that?
Yeah.
Well, we do. Yeah. Where? Carrie has just asked, where are you from?
So, Carrie, I'm originally from Michigan. So it's in the Midwest in America, where the Great Lakes are. So whenever Aussies used to come to visit, I'd take them out into the water, because the Great Lakes are massive, right? And I'll give you an example, because I know how like the ferry between, Australia or Melbourne and Tasmania, that's massive water as well, right? The Strait. So if you get on a ferry in the west of Michigan and you go to Wisconsin, you can be on a ferry for 4 hours, no salt and no sharks, and not see any land at all. So these are big, like, shipping, huge. Like, there's lots of lakes and all of that sort of thing. So anyway, to answer your question, Karen, I'm originally from Michigan. I have been affiliated with Australia and part of Australian this lovely land for 29 years. So I met my Australian husband back in the day when the Boys from the Bush were playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And so we've got 2 kids, and they're not so little anymore. And I'm focusing a bit more on my music, which is really cool.
Do you get to go home? Obviously, with COVID, that's probably slowed you down. But have you got to go home a bit in
Yes.
that time?
Well, this is home, right? So I'm an Australian citizen, and I know there'll be Americans watching, maybe watching the replay of this going, what? But yeah, like I'm an Australian citizen proudly. And it's, it's one of those things where I really, really, really miss my brother. I haven't been home since 2015 back to Michigan.
Oh, wow.
But I'm looking forward to seeing him and my sister-in-law, my nephews, and also my friends and some of my extended family too. So we've got a trip. We've got a trip planned. We're actually heading back in August.
Oh, not far away at all.
Yeah, not far away. Yeah, and yeah, I'd like to get to Nashville if I could. I've got some shows happening in Michigan,
I was
which is
going to
cool.
ask if you're going to do some shows while you're there.
Yeah, I'm going to play.
Yeah, good. Have you been able to play there before?
Oh yeah. So back before we moved to Australia, like we've been kind of back and forth. Like I was married in Brisbane, a little small town called Debra, beautiful town just northwest of Brisbane. Way back when we lived stateside first, and then we went back to living in Australia. But what's really interesting is all of my family, immediate family on my husband's side, they all live in Queensland, with the exception of my auntie and my uncle who live here in Eltham. So like we literally moved to Melbourne, I don't know, 15 years ago or 20 years ago, and knew no one except our auntie and uncle.
Gosh, that's brave.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how quickly you build a community, isn't it?
It is. And you know what? There's you can't beat the Australian culture and how lovely people are. And it wasn't long before. And back in the day when the kids were really little, it was easy to meet other moms and stuff like that.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yes.
Are the kids still nearby?
Yeah. They still live with us.
I'll still live with you. Lucky.
Yeah. In that rental.
Are they moving too, or are they staying there?
Well, yeah, we're the next move that we make, we'll lose one daughter. She's going to be living on her own, but the youngest daughter is still going to be with us. And the rental that we have right now has no heat.
Oh gosh.
I know.
It'd be like cold. It's so cold here at the moment. I'm still sitting here thinking, gee, the heat is not making it down here tonight. Kerry said she knows Debra, and she's in Moreton Bay area.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yep, right up the way there.
Yeah. How lucky are we? There's so many beautiful places.
Yeah. So we have space heaters. I don't want you to think I'm sitting here freezing. I have one of those, old school things from Bunnings. I was like, and then the electrical bill goes.
Yep, that's what I was just thinking. I'm thinking, oh, that'll be going around quickly, but you need it. It's worth it. It's money well spent.
Yeah.
So Overdrive is out in the world. How has people been reacting? Have they had good reactions for you? Yes,
I'm so excited. The song was placed on the Apple playlist, Aussie Country, which is amazing. So excited about that. And yeah, I've just been having a lot of great comments and, people just, touching base with me. I think, there's still a lot of people who love Still That Girl, which was my debut back 2 years ago at the start of the pandemic, when I had, my 5-piece band and I was ready to, tour around like everyone else was.
Yeah.
But yeah, things went a little bit different, and you just kind of have to ride the wave. So I've released about, I think 6 songs now in an EP, and I'm heading toward an album. Actually,
I can't wait. Lovely. So, are you going to do a few more songs before the album, though? Do a few singles off of
yes.
what that will be? Yeah.
So the next, I'm actually going up to Central Coast to do a video in 2 weeks for another song I co-wrote with Michael called Lucky Charm. And I guess let me quickly tell you just a little bit about Overdrive. So Overdrive, I tried to stay, it's because I'm a lyricist, and I get melodies in my head as well, but I'm a lyricist at heart, and I'm a storyteller. So when I go to write a song, I'm really not looking to put like whiskey in the song so it ends up
Yeah.
in the top 10 of whatever chart, right? So I'm really kind of sort of telling stories that are pretty close to home and pretty close to my heart.
Yeah.
So when I'm writing, especially a song like Overdrive is a song about stuff I was doing with my best friend when I was a kid, right? So I'm like, wow, well, I really wasn't playing cricket when I was a kid. You know, I was eating Cracker Jacks and apple pie, you know. So I actually put that in the song because I thought people can relate to their own kind of fun with their best friend. And one thing we all have in common is those long summer days where we just, you know, ran as long as we could and the sun was shining and we just had such a great time together. And then because I'm the age that I'm at, you know, I didn't grow up with cell phones and, you know, we passed notes. And I think Kaz and I laughed about this before. We grew up, actually, I can't remember who I was chatting with about it, but, you know, I grew up writing notes and handing them to my best friend under the desk and making sure that, you know, the teacher didn't see me.
That was like us. There was no phones at school when I was there either. Nothing like we hardly did computers.
Yeah, it was passing notes and no cell phones. We always knew we'd find our way home.
Yeah,
it was summertime. So yeah, and so Lucky Charm, just quickly, that'll be coming out. Maybe when I get back from the States, I'll release it. So it's about having someone like a guardian angel looking over you, and I tell a story about a musician. He's a male musician who, ever since he was a little boy, he had this fire inside that he wanted to, you know, be a country and western country performer, a songwriter, etc. And he lost his mom at a very young age, and that's the lucky charm, like that. And she whispers when he gets nervous or he second guesses himself, and we all have that lucky charm, right? They whisper in our ear and say, you know, I'll be your lucky charm, always looking over you. I'll be the calm before the storm. I'll turn those gray skies blue. When you wish upon a star, pick the one that shines like a neon sign. You know, so it's just that really, and the beautiful part about it is I actually got to sing it in Tamworth, which gave me an opportunity to kind of really sit in the lyric before I went into the studio to record it.
Yes. And you could see what people were thinking and hear what they thought of it. Yes.
How I wanted to kind of portray the story or tell the story, because it could be told, you know, a few different ways or whatever. But so
that is so lovely getting to do that. Kaz said that a lot of people were asking her about you in Tamworth, and she's looking forward to reviewing your full album.
Aw, thanks, Kaz.
It's lovely to go to Tamworth and people go, oh, who was that person? And that's what Tamworth is about. You discover somebody that you haven't seen before. And
who's the one with the funny accent? Okay.
Is that what you get?
It's one thing I can't lose. So anyway.
You can't lose it. It doesn't go away. You'll notice the difference when you go back home. You will have that. You'll still have an Australian accent that you won't realize, and everyone over there will be noticing the difference.
Lots of slang, right?
Yeah.
Like cuppa, brekkie,
shocking, aren't we?
Yeah. My friends will be like, what's a block of chocolate? I was
talking about that to some of the students and things today, and we were talking about Aussie slang and how hard it must be when people come here and their first language isn't English. Like, they can learn English and then come here and it's another language altogether.
It is. That's exactly right.
And we don't even know we're doing it.
Because we have to shorten everything up.
Well, we do. We can't say a full word. We don't have time. They loved your music. And I think that's the thing, because you're telling real stories. You're
Thanks.
real. You're a real artist. You're a real person, and people relate when you're telling those things, because we've all got the stories, don't we?
Yeah, well, I didn't start writing until later in life, so thank you so much for that. And I'm glad, probably, and I know they're with me. I know I've got my Lucky Charms with me, but probably the saddest part about my songwriting is it happened after my parents passed away. So I've
Yeah.
always been a singer. I've always been singing other people's music and making a side living out of playing in pubs and corporate events and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I started actually writing and being able to like convey my own lyrics, like nothing beats it. Like
Yeah.
I look at these 22-year-olds and 21-year-olds and I'm like, go girl, go. Cause it's just so amazing, to be that young and
be
to,
able to,
yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Mm.
Now, where can people keep an eye on you? Where can we see where you're playing, what you're doing, and songs as you release them?
Yeah, so on all socials. So just keep in mind, I spell my name with two E's, as you can see,
Yes.
like whatever that is. Yep. So I spell my name with two E's, and it's Facy, and there's no E there. So you can find me. I've got a website, www.sandeefacy.com, and I have I still have CDs. I'll probably bring a few back to the States with me this time as well for my EP. My EP was titled "Still That Girl," and I had I think it was 5 songs or something like that on the EP. So happy to sign it and send it off to someone if you'd like it. And Instagram, I can always use an extra follower on Instagram. I don't know about TikTok, Carrie. I don't know about phone.
I don't know. I think everyone's being so brave getting on there.
Some of the stuff's really funny though. Amber Lawrence is a hoot.
Isn't she? Oh, she's hilarious.
She is so funny.
So good at it.
And it's all about, just being a mom. And that's the thing that's so relatable. I'm passionate about, I'm not like male songwriters and female songwriters, but I really must say it's great to see women empowering other women and just going, right, like we juggle so much in our lives. And to be able to do what we love as well, I think it helps us keep our sanity.
It does, 100%.
A little bit of this one.
Oh yes, I'm gonna have one in a minute. I'm getting a tickly throat. I'll need to have one just to fix that.
Danni.
It'll be needed. Oh my goodness, it is so lovely to have you back on the show.
Thank you so much.
I hope you're going to Tamworth in January because I'll be there, and I want to have a live show with you. Let's sit down and have an in-person talk.
Okay, I'd love it. I would absolutely love it. So yeah, we're already booked in at the Paradise Caravan again.
Oh, lovely.
Yep, we're all booked in, and we're gonna Michelle and I will have a 2-bedroom cabin, and it was really cool. Just quickly, because when things would die down after you'd be out watching shows or whatever you're doing for the night, what's so nice about being at a campground is you've got like musos sitting around and everybody had a guitar and everyone was like, yeah, let's play a song or what have you. So I will have my guitar at Tamworth this year, so I'm pretty excited about it.
I cannot wait. It's going to be wonderful, but it is going to be hot.
It will be. Yeah, I know. I might have to put my hair in a ponytail or something. I don't know. It won't be nice. I'll wear. There we go.
It's hot. It's sunny. You can justify a hat.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for coming back to us. If you haven't heard it already, head over to any of Sandee's socials and have a listen to Override.
You can find me on Spotify.
Streaming. Yeah, you can stream it wherever, but you will love it. It is a great song. Put in the car and go for a drive because that's what it made me want to do. I just want to drive.
Thank you, Danni.
I love music when you're driving in the car, and it just But I tune out a little bit much, and I do need to go, how did I get home? What way did I come home? So I was focused a little bit too much on the music. That's when you know it's a good song, when I don't know what road I took home.
I got to get down your way to visit you down there too.
You do.
Beautiful down there. I will.
Bring your warm clothes. It is. I think this is our coldest winter in quite a while. It's been.
Well, maybe I'll come in summertime.
Yeah, definitely. Come after Tamworth.
Yeah, I will.
You'll appreciate the little bit cooler weather, but not freezing.
Well, thank you so much, Danni.
So much. Hopefully we get to see you before Tamworth though. If you've got new music coming, come back when you release that after your trip away.
Yes, sounds good. I'll be out and about. I'll let you know where I'm at.
Pop some photos up because I want to see what it's like over there.
Okay, I will. For sure.
Lovely. Thank you, everybody. We will be back this week. We've got so many shows, so keep an eye on the page. We'll pop the shows up as soon as we get the 100% confirmation, but just keep an eye out because they're different times and they're spread out everywhere. So have a lovely night, and we will see you again tomorrow night at this stage. It'll be either tomorrow night or Wednesday. I'm just waiting on the confirmation for tomorrow. Thank you again, Sandee. We'll
Thanks,
see you very soon.
See ya. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.